Big Ange, Kate. Should he be sacked? Will he be sacked? Why is he still here? Another defeat. I think it's 21 defeats in your last 46 games. Another poor performance out of both cup competitions in the space of a week. Talk to me, Kate.
Can we go back to talking about women that sleep with 1,057 men, please? Because I'd much rather talk about that. I'm not sure how Ange is still in a job.
She got worked less than your Spurs team over the last few
years. I think so. Not only, I don't know how Ange is in a job, but he can sit there in his interview and say that he couldn't be any prouder, that he can't take any blame, can't put any blame on the senior players because they've done everything they can. It's not just the fact that we went out 2 cups in the space of 4 days. It's the way we went out. There was no fight, no passion, nothing really. It was absolutely outrageously bad. I don't know if Levy's had a bang on the head because managers have been sacked for less. But I just don't see this guy going anywhere till the end of the season. I think he's going to keep him. And for me, we're in the Europa League. I think personally, sacking him and getting someone else in gives us a better chance of progressing in that cup. But it looks like they're going to stick with him, and I don't know why. I'm sick to death of seeing his face, if you want to know the truth. I'm sick to death of watching boring football that was meant to be attacking football, but all that happens is we just get bombarded for 90 minutes, really, and try and hang on. And, yeah, I just think this guy, I like him. I wanted him to work, but he's clearly out of his depths, and I'll just say put him out of his misery and put me out of my misery, because it's the first time yesterday we scored and me and Jimbo didn't even move. We didn't cheer. And the game against Liverpool, Jimbo took the dog out just after half time. It's just so awful to watch us. It was only 6 years ago, 6 years, I think, that we were in a Champions League final, and we're just a shadow of that team. And I don't know what to say. I wish I could just not support them anymore, if you want to know the truth. But you can't, unfortunately. But no, I just don't see him going anywhere at the minute. I don't know what you think, Henry, but I thought this morning I'd wake up and he might have been gone, but nope.
Well, we're the North London Bonnie Blue, aren't we? We're getting run through bloody everyone. But when I saw the lineup for yesterday's game, I expected to see a response from that disastrous performance Wednesday night. And I don't understand why Gray doesn't go into the midfield position. I don't get why Bentancur's starting. Right, we've got a centre-back on the bench. You could have played Davis and Danso and then put Gray in over Bentancur, because Gray and Bergvall are the only players at the moment that are coming off of the pitch with their head held high. And it's another competition we've been dumped out of. And the narrative from a lot of our fans was giving the cups. Well, that's now finished. How is he? I have never seen this under Daniel Levy. Our manager, we're 15th in the league, only a handful of points off the relegation battle out of both cups. And now I'm seeing fans come out today saying, just give them the Europa League. So if when the inevitable happens and we get dumped out of that and we're sitting 14th and 15th in the league, because Europe's not going to come around. We're not going to be in Europe next season. And Romero's checked out 1,000,000%. I don't think he'll ever play for Spurs again. The narrative that he was supposed to be back early January, they just keep moving this injury along further and closer to the transfer window. I'm not saying he's going to go Real Madrid, but they need a centre-back. When he plays for Argentina, he performs. When he plays for us, he's not the same player. And look, Man United at the weekend, that will probably be the first game in a long, long time I won't watch.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Same as Kate.
Is that because Arsenal were on at the same time?
Sorry?
Is that because Arsenal were on at the same time?
Yeah, well, they actually played on Saturday, but yeah.
So watch if he's going to do a match reaction, Terry. Come on. Don't ask him that.
When I was doing my video yesterday, I couldn't wait for my video to end. I was sitting there going, it's absolutely disastrous watching us. An attacking team that scored 1 goal in 2 games, and our fans going, do you know what Tell's fully coys? Let's be honest. Whoever's advised Matthias Tell to come to Spurs is off their head.
He's fully what?
Coys.
Just don't.
He's fully coys.
Come on,
that sounds like he's got a sexually transmitted illness.
That's what coys is.
He's full of coins, mate. He's got coins. He's riddled with coins. Riddled with it.
It adds insult to injury when 2 days ago the club have announced another 5 concerts for Beyonce.
And Kendrick Lamar.
You're getting Kendrick
Lamar. Oh, that's convenient. Let's drop that after the day of the Super Bowl. Great for the PR team when the football team is
get ready to scream minor. Don't worry about that. You'll be
honestly, it's an absolute disgrace.
Nothing
is changing.
Don't even win minor trophies, let alone major ones.
I would have
think, Henry, do you think that maybe he's not been sacked because Levy knows that maybe his job is on the line as well?
His job's never going to be on the line.
No, but I think
how else then do you justify?
He just got a £500,000 pay rise 18 months ago. He's actually, I looked at it earlier. He's actually paid more than Florentino Perez.
What's his job again? Is he the president?
Well, chairman, but he is going to eventually probably buy out Lewis.
Wait, so are your owners American?
No.
No? Okay, thank God.
No, but Joe Lewis isn't allowed in the UK for tax reasons because he was indicted by the Court of New York. So we're owned by ENIC, which is the English National Insurance Company, which is an investment firm, which Daniel Levy owns 33% of the club. And then...
Wait, Levy owns 33% of the... Wait, so he's a minority owner?
So technically, Joe Lewis's family owns 60%. Levy owns 33%, and the other 7% is by investors.
So then you can't sack this guy then. He would have to agree to a buyout.
He's doing his job because all he's doing is bringing all these different revenue streams in.
I heard today Simon Jordan said that Spurs are the best run club in the world.
That's a fucking disgrace. How can you say that? We haven't won an FA Cup
from a financial point of view.
Yeah, it's a financial lens.
Yeah, I say it has to be from a financial POV. But look, I was somebody, Henry.
We're not flipping Walmart. We're a football team. This is
Walmart is a shit example because I don't even go to Walmart, and Walmart's done the shit.
We're not Target.
No, you know who you are, and Will was gonna get this reference. I told him this on Straight Facts. I said these guys are the Clippers. They're in LA. They're in a major city. They have a really wealthy owner. They have the best stadium in the NBA right now, the new arena, and they're absolutely getting dogged by the Lakers.
Kawhi Leonard. Who have we got?
We haven't got anyone. That is a fair argument. I mean,
that's a good argument. Hey, wait, look. But Kawhi is washed just like Son. So I mean, it's kind of like the parallels.
Technically, they had their Kawhi in Kane, and he left them. But I'm saying it in terms of you're very well ran. You're respected in terms of your facility. You have good money. You have the reason I'm calling you the Clippers is that they just hosted the Monday Night Raw debut on Netflix. Yeah, you're hosting all these events and boxing and concerts. So there is a very good resemblance when it comes to that. But in terms of respecting the sport, no one respects the Clippers in basketball because everyone knows you go to LA, you go to the Lakers. That's heritage when it comes to basketball. You go to London. There's way too many clubs that have heritage over you guys. And this is why you guys are well run in terms of finances. But on the pitch, I keep saying this, and this is why I'm actually tired of talking about this all the time. We just keep going in circles and circles and circles, and these standards were never at your club. Maybe back in the day, I'm not old enough to live through these days, but I'll sit here and I'll listen to other Spurs fans. I'll listen to Kate tell me, or Jim or whoever. But what we've seen over the last few years, you just haven't been a successful club on the pitch, and you're just doing all the success off the pitch. I'd love to be you guys financially because my club is broke, but you'd love to be me in terms of football because even in my shit years, I'm still winning FA Cups and League Cups. And that's the reality that we're at. Spurs right now, I mean, to bring it back to Ange real quick, I was a big supporter of Ange over on the Terrace for the last, year and a half, a little bit more than that. And I've called out all the good things he's done, and I criticize him for some of the bad things he's done. It's not even a matter of that he's not tactically flexible right now, and he goes with a high line, and he doesn't like to defend, and he exposes center backs. We're way beyond that. Right now, I just look at Ange. Ange is just a broken man. I don't think he even has confidence in what he does anymore, and he's reaching a point where you guys are not even trying to defend. You don't attack the same way you used to, and you don't even defend well. It's just it's a mix of. I think the players are they're giving up. They don't trust the tactics that they're doing. And at this point, they're just scared. You do play like a scared team. Against Aston Villa, you look like a scared team. They're better than you, don't get me wrong. And I thought they would win. You just look scared. And I don't think Ange is going to fix that. I don't think Ange even knows the solution anymore. I think he just sits there and he's like, I've given up. He's not going to say it, but in his head, he's like, I've given up. I don't know what to do with these players anymore. Injuries or not, we're just not a good football team. And upstairs, they never wanted to back me properly in the summer and in January. So what do I do now? I feel like he knows he's a dead man walking, and he's just living day by day until like someone puts him out of his misery. I really believe that.
We're at a crossroads in the club because we have tried the win now managers with Conte and Mourinho, never given them like good enough tools to do the job. We've tried to bring in a manager and go down this process route, which we still haven't given him good enough tools to do the job, even with some of his decisions of how you can take Mikey Moore off of Bissouma when he's the only one who created a chance. And like Son for me, he's got to be the one I'm looking at now going, why are you not grabbing the team by the scruff of the neck? And like, if he scores that chance, then it's game on. But I hate to drop. But I think Ange will still be here, even if we lose to Man United. Because if they bring Ryan Mason in again, like it's going to get worse. Like the Europa League isn't until March, so we've got 3.5, 4 weeks to try and get some form together to prepare for that. James Maddison's fully fit. This calf injury is PR. Why is he not playing? Because he's had a falling out of Ange Postecoglou back in November, which is now starting to come out. Where's Romero? He's been apparently fit for a month. We saw training pictures mid-January. Why was Van de Ven rushed back from injury to play against Elfsborg, where they're, no offense to them, but they're plumbers from Sweden? He now missed out on Liverpool and Aston Villa. It's a culture problem with the football club. They as long as we are financially, like you said, financially secure, we're now the most self-sustainable football club in Europe. That is all they care about. So Levy's going to keep earning his money, keep getting pay rises. We'll have all these different revenue streams, but we're out of crossroads now because even if we go to Bournemouth and give him 25 million, 20 million for Iriola at Bournemouth, what happens if he gets the Conference League with them? He's not going to leave. Is Marco Silva going to leave Fulham? Probably not. So we either stick with Ange and just ride this out, and God knows where we end up, or we sack him, bring in Mason, try to repair something before the end of the season. But then last time we waited nearly 90 days for a manager. We can't go into pre-season 90 days without a manager. That is absolutely criminal. The only reason we got away with it last time was because there was a bloody Euros going on. So that kind of covered it up.